Hi, hello. My name is John Pavon. I'm here to talk about my new book, The Whirl Wind Man. It's a short book. It's a short fiction sci-fi book. It's the first of a 5-book series. Um, it was made and designed because I wanted to raise some funds for disaster relief, specifically tornado disaster relief. Because of climate change, tornadoes have now moved into uncharted territories. So people that would never experienced tornadoes before are now starting to experience them. Here's a typical scenario. You go to bed in your home and you got your car out in the driveway and you wake up and you're lucky if you survived in the morning, and there's no home, there's no more car in the driveway, it's all gone, um, totally wiped off the face of the earth. You're now homeless, you're now carless, and you have to prove you were a homeowner, you've got no paperwork, you've got nothing. So luckily you had insurance, but many of them don't, because this is uncharted areas now. Not even sirens went off to let them know that the tornado went through. That's what happens with climate change. It has to do with the jet streams. Jet streams have to do with, you've seen them on TV, they move around. Uh, and anyways, that's what's going on with that. So I was an American Red Cross for many years. I volunteered here in California for earthquake and for floods. So I help people move out from to higher ground and help people put their homes back together and businesses back together. So with tornadoes, the Red Cross does try to help, but we have a lot of disasters going on besides tornadoes. There's floods, there's fires, there's everything you can imagine, including hurricanes. So everything has changed. There's going to be a lot more disasters than what we had planned. So this is just one way to raise some funds for it. At the same time, it's an entertaining series. It's going to be 5 books. They're not too thick. They're pretty thin. So it should take you about an hour to read. They're not very expensive. I originally wanted them to be like $19, $19.99, but the publisher said, no, that's too high. So they made it $10.99. So that's like half price. And you can buy it at Barnes and Nobles and Amazon, and on the website, the whirlwindman.com. And also have a blog site called the whirlwindman.wordpress.com. And so this is a story. It takes place in a small town, the same town that I grew up in. So it mimics the footsteps of my own history of growing up in a small town in sunny St. Helena in a vineyard ranch. So my family was 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and mother and father. And our experiences were very similar as kids. So the sci-fi and fiction comes into it is the meeting of Willie inside the whirlwind. He's a time traveling being, and he doesn't communicate with by talking like you and I do. He communicates nonverbal communication by using pure thought. He implants images in his young brother's minds, and so they sort of figure out, what he's trying to say to him, what he's trying to warn. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes it's confusing. It was confusing at first for them, but they were able to figure it out, and hopefully you can learn some new stuff. In the book, I show a time travel vessel, their first one. I'll show you right here. This is it right here, what it looks like there. And you can see it probably there. Yeah, you can see it there. This is the first one. This is the first one that they outgrew over the years. So they weren't able to Jimmy, the oldest brother, Jimmy Huey, he wasn't able to fit in anymore. Tim was the last one to be able to fit in, and he made a big mistake, and because he was scared and worried about what Willie would think of them not being able to meet him anymore. So they end up making a bigger one, the second time travel vessel, and it's not shown in the book, but it's worded in the book what they do and what they put in it. But we recreated the vessel ourselves here, and so it's called the second time travel vessel, and it's much bigger. And I got many companies to donate hundreds of dollars in labor and in materials. And so it's first class, it's painted, it's ready to go. My only problem right now is to find bookstores that are willing to carry it in their inventory. And that way I can do book signing events. So I can come out to your neighborhood and your bookstore and do a book signing event, bring my STTV2, which is the second time travel vessel, and you can see it for yourself how it operates. It's pretty cool. If you go to the blog site, you can see the latest pictures. The blog site is the whirlwindman.wordpress.com. And I'm looking for models also that want to go inside, take photo ops and videos and stuff. There's a disclaimer you have to sign first. And your parents have to sign and stuff like that. But it's pretty simple and plain. It's pretty cool to look at. It's got 2 linear accelerators on the side, and it's got LED lighting in the inside. It's got a weather station, a 7-station weather station on the outside. It's got solar panels. It's got a Lazy Susan base, and that's well, you'll see, figure it out what happens with it, but it needs to it's pretty cool, the whole thing. So this should be a pretty good fundraiser, I'm hoping. So I need your support. So thank you very much for listening, and look out for book number 2 of this series, 5-book series. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.